Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's take a quick look here again at Bitcoin. Double check a few key factors here. First of all, we see this most recent high, as we discussed previously, about 66,000, roughly 66.1, hold as a very, very strong support level here with significant amount of buying pressure. So keep in mind, a lot of times when that happens, it could be a false positive, try to wreck some late longs and essentially destroy some faces, but also important to recognize that 67,000 was broken, so we could possibly see that as a new support. Once again, 67,000 is always that point of contention for us, so we just got to be mindful of that. Let's quickly look at Bitcoin and see what's going on. And while this loads, quick congrats to our community members here in our Plus group. Took some nice profits from Matic again, ETH, Matic. Another Matic trade. You can kind of see that we were scalping the crap out of Matic, AVAX, BNB, and ETH. Okay, cool. Awesome stuff there. We almost secured profits on 3 short positions we have open for Solana, BNB, and Near Protocol. They're all very close to their take profit targets right now. So Bitcoin pulls back just a little bit, we'll be in good shape there. Either way you look at it, let's quickly understand the liquidation levels and kind of see what's going on here. We want to double check 66,000 right there, 65,600. 65.6 is a heavy concentration of liquidation we got. What is it? Let's zoom in a little bit. That is roughly 1.75 billion, probably somewhere in the range of 2 to 4 billion at that level of 65.5. Okay, so round number 65.5, easy number to remember. That's potentially the next area of liquidation. And keep in mind, of course, there's more shorts stacking up across the top there at about 69K or higher. We've already discussed, though, on the monthly and just generally speaking, larger time frames, we can see 69,000 with a lot of liquidation. It's about, what is it, 8 times 3, about $24 billion in liquidation at about 69,000. That's a lot of liquidation, okay? So keep in mind, we could very well see that happen. We're at this really unique place right now where we got a massive amount of liquidation above us with a significant resistance wall, but also a lot of buying pressure to the downside. We were honoring the ascending trend line here. We'll go ahead and double check that again, kind of see where we're at. But generally speaking, we're still mostly bullish on Bitcoin. I don't want you to get it twisted and think that we've broken totally bearish, even if we go down towards 65 or 64K. The reason why I say that is because we have a lot of moving averages in the range of 60 to 64,000. Okay, so again, a lot of support there in that range. I don't think we're going to go too much lower. My speculation is this 0.5 fib level at about 63K would be a realistic area of retracement, or more importantly, a place in which we're going to see a pretty significant bounce if it were to come down to that level. Again, more recent highs, 0.5 fib level, a lot of reasons why that could be the case. We've already looked at the weekly. We are still swinging upwards. We're still stochastically swinging to the upside. So again, daily time frame and weekly time frame confirm a lot of bullish qualities. However, we do got to recognize that stochastic is swinging down on the daily as well, letting us know the momentum has shifted. RSI is coming back down as well, getting rejected off that 70 range, which implies 68.5 or 69,000 is a strong resistance. MACD is starting to lose its momentum. A lot of reasons why a shift in momentum is occurring, and or we just want to get on board with the fact that a downswing would make sense at this point. Again, it doesn't have to be a significant downswing, but again, 63K I think would be a worst case scenario, maybe 65K more realistic. Again, those are just 2 key fib levels I've discussed previously in all my my TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, pretty much everything. I've been kind of reaffirming and reiterating those support levels for us. Again, when we take a look here at stochastic, it's trying to swing up here, of course. That's generally normal. We can also recognize that we bounced off 50 on the RSI on the 4-hour, and the money flow index is pulling back. So if we lose 50 on the RSI, which we almost did for a moment there, then we could very well see the price continue further down. That's generally something I like to look for. When you break below 50 on the RSI, you can see some bearish qualities. Like just for example, here's a break below and then a break back up above. If we look at the price action, the price broke below RSI right here, continued further. When it broke above RSI, it went up. So you can kind of see a correlation between bullish trends and bearish trends when the RSI is either above or below 50. And we're right there at that testing level. We break that, strong likelihood we're going to see the price retract, so to speak, and continue lower. Other than that, 4-hour time frame is starting to show signs of weakness. We're obviously diverging on the MACD, but almost losing 50 on the RSI. However, we have lost the 20-day SMA, and we're potentially testing the 50-day soon. So if we lose the 50-day SMA on the 4-hour, that's generally, again, another sign, just like the RSI, letting us know we've broken bearish. So if we combine those two things together, we're not quite there yet, we're getting close, we break below that threshold, so to speak, then I think it might be safe to presume that we're going to see some lower lows from there. Okay, for right now, we are still establishing lower lows and lower highs. You could argue that this is like, you know, a type of wedge pattern, but again, it really just depends on how you look at it, right? There's different patterns we could look at. I'll post this, you know, these kind of details to my community in our Discord. Future reference, I do have a trade alerts section now, where I kind of provide for you specific details on coins that I'm planning to trade with, or, you know, just evaluate to kind of give you some good DCA targets and more specific details. So if you're part of our Discord, make sure you enable all channels, because sometimes Discord has a tendency of like hiding channels when they're newly created, and it's just kind of strange. Either way, let's quickly look at Ichimoku Cloud and confirm here that we are looking at a solid rejection below the cloud. So right here, I was mentioning yesterday when we were reviewing this coin, I was talking about, hey, you know, we're planning to break this, or looking like we're going to break. We are lagging, spend was free and clear of the price action. Conversion line dropped below the baseline. We had 2.5 out of 3 reasons to consider a short position at that time. We already have a short position open for Bitcoin, so there's no reason to open a second one, but that was a solid consideration. Another reason why this is important to recognize that we're not out of the woods yet here is that we're still getting rejected by this Fibonacci retracement level, this 0.236 fib at 67,200 / the cloud upper and lower lead. Okay, so it's the reason why you need to respect the cloud and make sure that if you're going to take a trade, you wait for it to be above for at least a few hours. So right now it does look like we're getting rejected there, implying that there's some resistance. Once more, we've already known that 67,000 is a strong resistance range. Okay, it was previously the support when we maintained above that. Now we're below. We're likely performing a bearish backtest of that horizontal trend line and or just that point of control. So again, more likelihood of the price is going to pull back. In my personal opinion, I feel like we are. I don't think this one little strong volume candle is enough to warrant the price to continue further up. But I'd hope that I'm wrong, and when we just shoot to 72,000 and then some, right? To the moon, right? For example, I would be perfectly fine with that. However, the realisticness here of just, you know, taking all of those emotions out of the equation, there's still a lot more bearish divergences here forming and or having formed to warrant the price action pulling back further. I think it would make sense. Again, this is just my speculation. This is just some guy on the internet that's been trading for over 20 years in both traditional and crypto markets. So I'm a little more conservative, okay? If you don't like that, it's okay. You can go ahead and watch some other Moon Boys. But I do love teaching people how to trade, and I hope you can learn something today, of course, and rather. If you do want to become, again, a better trader, I'd recommend joining our Trading Academy community or Signals group. We've got some new features coming. Again, these trade alerts and live charts are going to be available to more community members. Provide that with a new option through our website. So if you have any questions, just reach out. Don't hesitate. Look forward to work with you. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you again so much for your time. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.